Yeah, I would say the biggest challenge right now is making sure that I'm balancing both work. So I actually work full time. So I'm in the office from 8 to 5, or 8 to 7. It just depends sometimes. So I'm having to balance working every day, Monday through Friday, and then coming home and studying. So I just also wanted some tips or when you would recommend the best times to study. I've looked on your blog and I've read through some stuff, and that's really helped as well. But I just wanted like a little more information on what you think would be best.
Yeah, of course. Well, I've shared plenty in general already out there, as you've seen. So I guess since we have the chance to connect here one on one, I'd love to really dive into specifically your schedule, your best available times when you're feeling fresh and energized and ready to conquer this thing. So you said 8 to 5, that leaves before work, possibly during work, and then,
Hmm.
of course, after work. So if you look at your energy level on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being full energy, 1 being you're almost asleep,
Yeah.
where would you be at where you're like, let's say 8 or above? What times of day do you find that?
I would say waking up early. I've woken up early to work on projects and even my undergrad, like and things that I was studying for tests. I would say the window between like 3 to 5 a.m. is when like my brain is like super awake, unless I'm asleep. So, but if I like make an effort to stay up, I'm like fully awake from like 3 to 5. So it's kind of weird. And then I would say like after coming home from work, if I can like fit in like a nap or something, and I wake up from, I would say from like 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. is when I'm like, okay, I'm really awake right now.
Okay, that's very good to know. And I'll be honest, like the 3 to 5 a.m. thing is a little bit weird, but we'll go with it. I get it. I get it though. I mean, if you're up at that time, it's unique, it's special. Very few other people are up at that time, and so it's possible that something really compelled you to be awake at that time. And you, some people do their best work at that time, especially work of a creative nature. I found. So I guess the question is, would being awake at 3 to 5 a.m. consistently serve you in all areas of your life to feel fresh, and would that be sustainable?
Probably not. I would have to go to sleep pretty early. Like today, I actually got to work a little bit earlier because I went to sleep a little bit earlier as well. So I would just have to figure out like if I were to be studying during 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., then I would probably have to go to bed at like 9.
And you could do that. You could shift your sleep schedule to the point where you go to bed at 9, you wake up at 3. 6 hours of sleep probably isn't ideal to have on a long-term basis, but it could work for the short term. Or maybe you want to go to bed 7 or 8. It
Mhm.
requires a total life restructuring, and other people might miss out on time with you and vice versa, but that could be a time to get some studying done.
Mhm.
Alternatively, if you didn't want to do something quite that radical, I think that going, doing your studying from 8 to 11, assuming sufficient energy, could be fine. You go to bed at 11, you wake up at, I don't know, 6 or 7 a.m., you still have your work at 8. That's probably a more standard schedule that I think could work for you. And so just carving at that time, 8 to 11, blocking it off, nothing else gets in the way. Like, for example, Netflix, for example, or computer stuff that is not serving the LSAT prep specifically. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.